There is a village in Yakutia called Uskatan. Near this village, about 60 or 70 kilometers away in the forest, there is a house. According to rumors, a Bakhi lives there, from the translation from Yakuta's evil spirits, ghosts. All the people who live in this village go around this house. As you all know, during the Soviet Union, people were taught that there was nothing paranormal. The village council decided to go to that house and expose everything, to prove to people that there are no ghosts and spirits. They took about 10 people. They were almost all soldiers, only a couple of civilians and the chief secretary, who did not want to go, entered there. He had grown up in these suburbs and had known about this house for a long time, but he would have to go, after all, the chief secretary, or they would remove him from his post. They went in a truck and took a box of alcohol, probably for courage. Almost all soldiers with machine guns, strong men raw. Well, they arrived at that place and loaded. Having prepared themselves, they go into the hut. One large room. In the old days it was built like this. Everything is cleaned inside. There is a stove, there is a table and dishes on it, spoons, forks, a kettle behind the stove. Our heroes first examine the house, all the holes, all the corners. There is nothing, there is no one. What to do? You need to spend the night here so that people will believe. They dragged a box of alcohol into the house, started drinking, talking, telling jokes, having fun. Night came and they laid their sleeping bags on the floor. Everyone is already asleep, some are snoring, some are drooling. And here lies the second from the extreme, cannot sleep, and feels like someone pulls his blanket. He pulled back to himself, lies, and then abruptly someone pulled the blanket off him. He quickly got out of bed, looked around, everyone was asleep. That's enough, stop it, it's not funny. He thought that it was his guys who were messing around. Then a guy gets up from the other side. What is it? Don't make any noise, you're disturbing your sleep. And then the kettle from the stove flew at this guy on his head. Hey! Who froze himself? The guy takes the kettle and throws it back towards the stove. And after about 5 seconds, the kettle flew back on the guy's head. Everyone woke up, there was a commotion. The lights were turned on. Calm down, there is no stranger around. And suddenly, heavy footsteps can be heard outside the front door. A loud, terrible voice is issued from there, get out of here. The front door opens, and there is a figure 2 meters tall in a white robe, bending down, enters the hut. Everyone was very scared. They open their eyes. They are all walking along the road, barefoot, lightly dressed. It's almost morning. They don't remember anything. How did they get here? They walked 50 kilometers barefoot and they don't remember anything. Everyone was still more afraid of this. Were they walking along the road like zombies? They came to the village, told everything. And the things and weapons were left there. They started asking people to go back there and bring everything, except for boxes of alcohol. No one agreed. But then they still found 3 hunters. They promised a box of alcohol for each. They went there, took carbines and cartridges with them. We arrived, stood back to back. The oldest hunter comes in first. He readied his rifle. Opens the door. There's no one here. They quickly come in and, regardless of whose things they are, they took everything in an armful and left like a bullet, closing the door behind them. This is a real story. My uncle heard this story from a participant in this story, whose hands were shaking and his eyes were running with fear when he told it. I was even told the exact coordinates of where this hut is located.
I created the channel quite recently. Please write in the comments what I need to change in the video. Please support me by liking and subscribing to the channel. Thanks.